We are 4 books in to the goal of finishing 12 books before the end of the year. Every month, we read a new book that will help better our lives in one way or another. If you'd like to read along with us, like and subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos, and stay till the end where we'll announce the next book we'll be reading. In this video, we'll be talking about the book Essentialism, The Disciplined Pursuit of Less by Greg McKeown. So let's get into it.
In this book, the author sheds light on the fact that for most of us, everything around us is noise. There are so many distractions in our day-to-day life that we lose track of the things that we really need to be doing to stay focused and reach our goals. The difference between an essentialist and a non-essentialist is that a non-essentialist spends their time and energy on lots of different activities, trying to do everything with the result of having an unfulfilling experience and only getting a small amount done. With essentialists, they invest their time and energy in the fewer things that matter the most for a more satisfying experience and making the most progress.
Yes. For example, a non-essentialist usually says yes to everybody, likes to please, and is constantly making trade-offs that they end up regretting later, especially if it cuts into their family time or something that they've really wanted to do. And if we don't set boundaries and be more intentional about how we spend our time, other people will choose for us. And it can get to the point where we allow other people's agenda to control our lives. Instead of letting social pressures pull us into a million directions, we need to learn to reduce, simplify, and focus on what is essential and eliminate everything else.
It's kind of like clutter in our house. When we move, you bring only the essential things that you want to your new home and get rid of everything else. It's a very intentional process. But once you've been there for 5 to 10 years, you do notice that you start to accumulate a lot of stuff. And if you don't have a system to get rid of the stuff as you bring in new things, it gets pretty cluttered. It's a lot like that in our lives. It gets cluttered with too many commitments and activities, and they just pile up until we're so stressed out and overwhelmed. So in this book, the author has a step-by-step process to tackle the clutter that we have in our lives.
As an essentialist, the first thing you would want to do is create a system for handling the clutter that's already there. The first step is to evaluate. Ask, will this activity or commitment make the highest possible contribution toward my goal? Step 2 is eliminate. Just like you would purge clothes, you need to eliminate the activities that don't make the highest possible contribution. And this step can be hard because you may think that you're letting some people down. Step 3 is to execute. Create a system to make executing your intentions as effortless as possible. Essentialism is about creating a system for handling the closet of our lives.
It's all about changing your mindset and recognizing that we have the ability to choose what we want to take on and what not to. And choosing to do those activities versus having to do them will make doing them feel so much more satisfying. We sometimes forget that we have the ability to choose, which the author calls learned helplessness. We unintentionally allow our power to be taken away until we are a function of other people's choices or our own past choices. Essentialists know that when we don't take the mindset of choosing, we give others the power and permission to choose for us.
I really like this book because it gets you thinking in a different way. I like the idea of simplifying my life in order to make it better and just more effective. I don't want to be a mental hoarder, but that's what I realize happens. Our mind, our time, and energy gets hijacked by things that aren't even necessary in that moment. And I really like chapter 11, The Power of a Graceful No. It talks about how it can be hard to say no to people because of social pressure, or maybe we're scared to rock the boat or burn bridges. And, we're wired to want to get along with others, and we don't want to let someone down. But if we learn to say no, not only do we find that it wasn't even that hard to do, but that other person respects us more for it. That person that keeps asking us for favors is going to realize that you do have boundaries and isn't going to call you for every little thing anymore, which is good for them too because we aren't continuing to enable them. Also, the author talks about ways that you can say no without actually saying it. For example, I would like to, but, or I'm flattered that you thought of me, but I'm overcommitted.
And once we give ourselves the permission to stop trying to do it all, to stop saying yes to every opportunity, we can put our energy towards our highest level of contribution and the things that really matter. These phrases alone from the book helped me in the past month. What is my highest level of contribution? What am I particularly talented at? And what inspires me? I've been asking myself these questions over the past month each day, and it's really helped me cut out the noise and focus on what really matters and either cut it out or delegate the rest. I found chapter 13 really interesting when he talks about to become an essentialist, you're taking on the role of an editor in your life. Like when we edit these videos, or if you're editing an essay, you need to cut out what is not essential so you can get your point across clearly. To really embrace the essence of essentialism, we need to replace the false assumptions that we need to do it all to be successful to 3 core truths. I choose to, only a few things really matter, and I can do anything, but not everything.
We got a lot out of this book and hope you did as well. Let us know what you loved about this book by dropping it in the comments below. Our next book will be The Alchemist by Paulo Cuelho.
Yeah, you said it right.
By Paulo Cuelho. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye. Less by Greg McKeown. Oh, okay, that's a hook. Drop it. Hold on, you do that over.